I know what time it is. I know all of this stuff. I did something random today, and I'm going to do this from now on. I got this book a couple weeks ago, Hockey Hall of Fame Book of Players. So what it was, I just went, all right, and I opened it to a random page, and I said, whatever page I open it to, that's the Hall of Famer I'm going to do a profile on today. How fun is that? So, after doing a little Patreon chat, let us discuss what I put on the board this afternoon, which is the career of Serge Savard. Serge Savard, who may not be incredibly well known by the kids these days, but he was part of this juggernaut that was the 1970s Montreal Canadiens. And he overcame a career-threatening leg injury. Well, it took him out for about a year and a half, so it was a good, decent injury for him. And he carved out an excellent career for himself, and then that continued after his playing career was done. 66, 67, he comes into the league with 2 games played. Not going to get into when he was drafted because it's a bit before the draft even was considered a big deal. Serge, 67, 68, plays 67 games, 2 goals, 13 assists. And he becomes known as the Minister of Defense. And he becomes known as the Senator. Leadership. And he becomes known for the Savardian Spinorama. So the Denny Savard Savardian? No. Serge Savard Savardian Spinorama. 68, 69, plays 74 games, 8 goals, 23 assists, and 31 points. And in 1969, he takes home the Conn Smythe Trophy for playoff MVP for the Montreal Canadiens. 69-70, plays 64 games, 12 goals, 19 assists, 31 points. And if this wasn't the Bobby Orr era, people would know more about who Serge Savard was. If he didn't play with Larry Robinson, people would know more about who Serge Savard was. And this was the era of guys like Brad Park as well. And not only that, but also on the blue line with him was Guy Lapointe. They were known as the Big Three. 70-71, he only plays 37 games, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. Because, as I said, on January 30th, 1971, he suffers a leg injury versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. And it takes him out for quite a bit. He only plays 23 games in 71-72, has a goal and 8 assists that year. 72-73, plays 74 games, 7 goals, 32 assists, 39 points. 73-74, plays 67 games, 4 goals, 14 assists, 18 points. He hits career highs all around. In the following season, 74-75, plays all 80 games, 20 goals, 40 assists, 60 points. How's that for, really, really nicely matching up stats? 80, 20, 40, 60. Perfect. 75-76, plays 71 games. He gets 8 goals, 39 assists, 47 points. 76-77, 78 games, 9 goals, 33 assists, 42 points. Following season, 77 games, 8 goals, 34 assists, 42 points. Season after that, 80 games played, 7 goals, 26 assists, 33 points. And then the injuries and just the fact that he's got as many miles on him as he does, his numbers start to fall. 46 games played the following season, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. And in his last year with Montreal, 80-81, 77 games played, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. He is then claimed on waivers by the Winnipeg Jets. Plays 47 games for them in 81-82, 2 goals, 5 assists, and in 82-83, plays 76 games for them, 4 goals, 16 assists. And it's worthy of note that these were years that were better for the Jets than the year before he got there. So that's worthy of something. He plays 1,040 games, 106 goals, 333 assists, 439 points for Big Serge. He was team captain of the Montreal Canadiens from 79 to 81. Played in the 1972 Summit Series, and in every game he suited up for Team Canada, the team won. So he was a winner. All-Star games in 1970, 1973, 1977, and 1978. He was the Montreal Canadiens general manager from 1983 to 1996. And during that period in time, they were a pretty good franchise. He wins the Stanley Cup in 1968, 1969, 1971, 1973, 1976, 1977, 1978, and 1979. So that's 4 years in a row with a Stanley Cup and 8 overall. He also 2 Stanley Cup rings when he was general manager. 1986, 1993. Shared those with Patrick Roy. He was the second All-Star in the NHL in 1979. And he won the Bill Masterton Award for dedication to the sport of hockey in 1979 as well. His number was retired by the Montreal Canadiens. It was number 18. November 18th of 2006. And overall, solid career. Great Hall of Famer. And it's a fun little challenge I gave myself, isn't it? And he retired shortly after I started watching hockey. So what I remember more is him as the general manager. And I thought he was a good general manager. Obviously, Patrick Roy's exit. Yeah, it was around the time that he gets pitched in 96. And then actually, that was in 90. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, Serge Savard. Hall of Fame career, retired number, 8 Stanley Cups because he played for Montreal. And again, in any other era, he probably wouldn't have been overshadowed as much, but you can't control which era you're born into. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And this is a fun little challenge to come up with a video based on just the random Hall of Famer that book tells me to use or do a video on. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you again soon.